After 14 straight wins during the 2025 season, the Kirtland Hornets finished the year with a trip to Canton, Ohio. Joining them would be the Hopewell-Loudon Chieftains as both teams battle for the Division VI state championship inside Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium. For the Chieftains, they look to secure their first title, but for the Hornets, it is a chance to extend their dynasty to 8 rings. Hopewell-Loudon would win the coin toss, deferring to the second half and kicking off to the Hornets to begin the game. John Silvestre would start the game with a short rush, which Jake Laverde would follow up with a deep ball to Ryan Kaimi, opening the game up early for the Hornets. Laverde would take the ball himself, moving Kirtland closer to the goal line, setting up Silvestre to punch in his first touchdown of his historic championship game performance. The Hornets got on the board first thanks to the score, 7-0 in the first quarter. On Hopewell-Loudon's opening drive, the Hornets defense formed a wall, stopping the Chieftain running back in his tracks. Later in the series, Evan Kaprowski broke up this short throw, forcing a third down. As Hopewell-Loudon approached Kirtland's end zone, Luci Cantini dropped the Chieftain player, firing up the Hornets for the falling red zone protection. On fourth down, Tommy Kaimi swatted away a potential touchdown pass, forcing a turnover on downs and giving the ball back to the Hornet offense. With the ball back in his hands, Silvestre broke off one of his many long runs of the day, breaking through Hopewell-Loudon's line, charging deep into Chieftain territory. Despite not getting the touchdown on that long run, he did finish the drive scoring for Kirtland's second touchdown, extending their lead 14-0 in the second quarter. Hopewell-Loudon's offense was no match for the Hornets' stout defensive unit, not allowing any yardage on this play despite the runner's best efforts. On a third down pass play, Ryan Kaimi came up with a spectacular interception, wrestling the ball away from the Hopewell-Loudon receiver as both fell to the ground. Ty Bledsoe got rolling in the second, breaking off this run past midfield before being brought down at the 25-yard line. On the Chieftains' next possession, Cantini deflected this pass on third down. Later in the drive, Mario Lorber would haul in Kirtland's second interception of the day, bringing it back just short of the 50-yard line. Kirtland entered halftime up 14-0 over the Chieftains. Silvestre would finish the half with 118 yards and 2 touchdowns off of 12 carries. Opening the second half, Lorber tripped up the Chieftains player before Cameron Treadwell finished the play with a tackle for loss. Kirtland would later force a punt. In the Hornets' first possession of the second half, Sylvester was off to the races, bringing Kirtland across the field and setting up a red zone possession. Loverde would take the carry to follow, with Sylvester ending the drive once again with a touchdown, falling backwards for his third score of the day. Kirtland 21, Hopewell-Loudon 0. On the ensuing kickoff, Marco Valentic shot the ball deep into Chieftain territory where Hopewell-Loudon's return man would bobble the ball before being swarmed by Hornets. It didn't get much better for the Chieftains on offense as Sebastian Becker made a hard-hitting tackle. On third down, Loverde broke up this pass, almost coming up with an interception, but instead forcing another Hopewell-Loudon punt. After the punt, Sylvester would break off his best run of the day on the first play of the drive, covering the entire field for a Kirtland touchdown, his fourth, giving the Hornets a huge lead of 28-0 in the third quarter. The Chieftains would eventually put together a scoring drive, but when they decided to go for a two-point conversion, Brian Kiami would make the defensive play preventing the extra points. Loverde took it himself on this run, bringing the ball to the sidelines and later setting up Ty Bledsoe to earn his first touchdown of the game, adding to Kirtland's lead 34-6 in the third quarter. Back on defense, the Hornets made yet another defensive stop, preventing the Chieftains from converting a first down, while Tommy Kiami forced a turnover on downs on this play. Loverde had himself a long run of his own on this play, breaking tackles and rushing into opponent territory before being tripped up. Bledsoe would move the ball closer to the Chieftains' end zone, setting up Loverde for a touchdown run, Kirtland's final score of the game, sealing the Hornets' victory 41-6. With another undefeated season under their belts, the 2025 Kirtland Hornets are your Division VI state champions once again. Sylvester would finish the game with 255 rushing yards and 4 touchdowns, while Loverde rushed for 112 yards and a touchdown run. Over the 4 seasons the class of 2026 played together, they finish as the winningest team in Kirtland history with an overall record of 60-3.
Matt Cole, Cleveland.com. Tiger, talk to us about the defensive approach. I mean, with them going with multiple quarterbacks, was that almost like a key for how you guys would play? You know, maybe play back when 17's in, play up when 8's in, or was it more of a challenge? Tell us a little bit about that.
No, I mean, it obviously helps when 17 comes in, they're going to probably throw it, and 8 comes in, they're going to probably run it, and 7 comes in, and he runs it. So that's a little helpful to, when you see 17 go out of the game, who's thrown for 1,800 yards, you can kind of load the box a little bit more. So, that was, that's what they do, that's what they did all year, that's what they got them there, so I knew they were going to do that. But it is helpful knowing 17's not going to run it.
Coach, you mentioned the 4th and 5 play. Like you said, that if you don't get it, can you guys kind of talk about that play? What went into the decision to go for it, the play call, and the execution?
Well, we ran it all. We put it in this week. We ran it all week, and we had confidence in it. And I got confidence in Jake here, and we put it on the nose, and the guy was open, and we had like 3 different options on that play, and we executed. And that's the bottom line. These guys in high pressure situations, even when they got down to when they drove down, the defense executed and made great, covered them, and we almost had a pick 6. The kid had it going on a screen, and he just dropped it, but. This is the first year, 15 games, we did not have a defensive touchdown. If we score a defensive touchdown, I buy the whole defense pizza party. I didn't have to buy one pizza party. It's unbelievable. I can't believe it. It's never happened.
Ray Jeske, ESPN 990. Coach, you said on my program a couple of weeks ago that this may be the dumbest team you've ever had. I think they had too many penalties the previous game or something like that.
We had 21 penalties for 200 yards in one game earlier this year.
Are they a little bit smarter today?
They did it. They came. That Saturday after that game was a long Saturday. They've been a lot better since. But when these guys were freshmen, they got a lot of trouble. Every day of practice, they were running. I got emails from teachers and these guys. But 3 years later, they've matured a lot. They've grown up a lot. They work hard. They love each other, and that's why we do what we do. We make these guys go from kids into young men that are respectable and accountable and work hard and love each other. So I'm super proud of all the seniors.
Coach, Logan Matoski, Kirtland Hornet Staff Group. Coach, I know just the amount of accolades and wins and everything you've acquired being at Kirtland for 20 years. There's just so many. But I'm sure the one that you've gotten to treasure the most is getting to coach both your boys, going from, I don't even know if Jake was born yet when you first got here, and now he's rounding out his career with Kirtland. Could you just reflect a little bit on how it's been getting to coach both your boys at the team you came to 20 years ago?
Yeah, it doesn't even seem right. Both boys got to play in 4 state championship games and 15 to 16 games every year. It's like a dream come true. They both were hard workers. Philip and him are both, they never missed a day in the weight room, and they work their tails off, and they care so much, and they're good students in school, and my wife and I are extremely proud.
Zach, you're the lone senior on that line, right?
Yeah, I am.
Tell us about that group and just the way this team has played up front this year.
Up front, it's been amazing. Like Lucci, my center, he really got me in. Like we didn't even have to communicate on some plays. Sometimes we just look at each other and we know exactly what we're doing. It's really good to have a group like that.
Jake, I'm just wondering if you would talk a little bit. The Turf Monster got you there that last run that you almost broke. That was a good run, but just that, and what's next? What do you foresee for yourself?
Yeah, so on that long run, I got tripped up by one of our guys that was blocking around the edge. He came across me, I didn't see him, and I tried to cut it back away from the defender. And, we had a great second half, punching it in and keeping the score. So in the future, I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I don't know where I'm going to go, so I'm undecided.
For Ty and Jake, Jake, your dad's praised the line this year. I'd like to get both your guys' thoughts on this line and what it did for you guys.
We would not be in the situation that we are now without our boys in the trenches. Like, they mean so much to us. They're like the unsung heroes for us. They're working their butts off every single play to do whatever they can to make open lanes for us that we can run through.
Yeah, we're in the weight room with those guys every single day, and we see how hard they work, and they work just as hard as any of us. Those guys are the leaders of our team, and they get us motivated, like Lucci and Zach and all these guys. They deserve all the credit because, like Ty said, we wouldn't be here without them.
I know you guys have 5 of you seniors up here. Just want to go around to each of you really quick. Just any advice you guys have for the Hornets coming up in the youth program, and just what you've treasured most getting to be a Kirtland Hornet.
I mean, all of it. Like, there's no bad moments on the team. Like, these 4 years have probably been the best 4 years of my life.
I would just say stay consistent in the weight room and have fun with your friends.
Don't take it for granted. Time flies.
Yeah, it's super special these last 4 years, but going through the youth program, just looking up to those guys and just wanting to be like them. Then you get in the weight room through middle school, through high school, and as big and strong as you can, just hoping for that one moment. So yeah, we're extremely blessed.
It means a lot. Definitely time flies for sure. It feels like a couple months ago I was a freshman. My brother won a state championship, and seeing him win those really motivated me. And I have a lot of pride to wear this blue and gold and be a Kirtland Hornet.